Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Clueless Collective, episode 6, aptly titled "Missing Elf."
We don't know where she is.
We don't know where she is.
She's gone.
She's in the chat. That's the only place she is this week. She's very tired, so she's not going to be on the podcast this week. So it's just me and Revan.
I know.
The professional
You're excited.
video gamers.
Oh, so professional.
So
we're professional Overwatch players.
It's
so.
true. It's true. And I also just realised I didn't host the stream, which is very bad
You're
of me.
literally the worst.
You didn't do it either.
I've done it.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
damn it.
No, I didn't. Shit, I was going to. But I
Yeah,
didn't.
you didn't.
Okay. It's
See?
fine. It's fine. I'm not going to bother.
We are a professional podcast. As you can see, we are totally set up for everything.
Very professional.
And everything's okay. We've got some interesting stuff going on this week. I'm going to show our lovely faces. There we are. Hello. This is us. Revan, do you want to introduce yourself for anybody who's new?
Yeah, I'm Revanheart. You normally see me lurking around Ashen or Dawn stream, or occasionally on their stream. I do occasional streams and YouTube stuff, but I will be getting into a certain game called No Man's Sky soon, in
Yes.
YouTube-wise. But
Yes,
we'll
you
get
will.
back to that. So yes.
Yeah.
Should we kick off?
Yeah, we shall.
Cool.
We shall. All right.
Okay.
So this week we have lots of interesting things to talk about. We're going to start with our week in gaming. So let's just make sure the title is updated for the people who like that. Right. So what have you been doing this week? What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of games, but the one that's really stood out to me was Star Wars: The Old Republic. I've been getting into it a little bit more now. The expansion, I think it's Knights. If I double check, it's the Knights of the Fallen Empire.
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of KOTOR-esque new expansion they've been doing for over probably a year now.
Oh, okay.
It's finally finishing, I think, sometime this month. And I thought, why don't I pick up where I left off? And, it's really gripped me again. Because that game was... The Old Republic in itself is a fantastic story-driven game.
Yeah.
Definitely if you're a fan of KOTOR and, any sort of... all the Star Wars universe in a sense as well.
Yeah.
But it's very WoW-like in a sense that the gameplay is literally just dungeon grinding, which can get boring, but then once you've stopped and you do the story, you just want to carry on because it's that sort of game.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah, it is fantastic in its own right, story-wise.
You being a massive Star Wars fan probably
Yes,
helps that as well.
It really does help. That's the only kind of people who play that game is hardcore Star Wars fans, because you can.
Hardcore.
The Old Republic's really good at role playing because you can be a total dick. The first on the Sith Inquisitor storyline, the first mission is to torture a group of people for some information. So, when I say torture, I mean Force lightning torture, like brutal torture.
Crazy, strong, zappy.
Yeah, it's really
Nice.
fun.
That
Being
sounds
a
like
Sith
my
is
kind
so
of thing.
fun in this game. You can be a really... That's all I play it for, is just to be a Sith.
Just
it's
to be
great.
an evil person.
Evil, unstoppable force.
Yeah.
But I don't... There are aspects of that game that I still don't like. When they've got a new feature that every time your companion's out, it's always automatically on healing. So your companion will heal you literally the whole of your campaign, and you will not take a scratch. You'll not die once. The only time you'll die is when you really cock it up, when you're stupid.
I see.
Only stupid people die. That's the only problem I have with this game. It's not hard enough.
So it's easy mode.
It is easy mode, but some people like that, Ash. I quite like that.
It's true.
I like to, I like the story. I don't like the gameplay. I like the story.
You like the story.
So yes,
You're a narrative guy.
I am a narrative guy, but yeah, I still wish it was KOTOR 3. But yeah, it's a good game. If you like story-driven games, just give it a go because it is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that at some point. I actually was really tempted to do it this week, but I've been busy otherwise. So
well, I would suggest getting the 60-day subscription you will have plenty of time to do the main campaign of your chosen character, and then you'll be able to do like the expansions. All the expansions are free actually, so you can just carry on and you just have to get to the level. You just have, the cap is 65, so it's not, you know, once you're subscribed, you get boosts and stuff. So it's pretty easy to do. So you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Sounds like something I could sink some time into.
Yeah, it's a bit like Elder Scrolls in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, you just keep playing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. What about yourself, friend?
I have been playing a lot of Minecraft. So we had Dawn's Sub Sunday on Sunday, as the name would imply.
So good.
So we all hopped onto the server. I was fiddling about with like commands and stuff while everyone else was doing their own thing, and it eventually evolved into a trippy rave party, and everything blowing up.
That was even more fun.
It was pretty fun. So that's what we did, and then further on into the week we set up a private like mod pack server for us to just hang about in, and some of Dawn's IRL friends to join and stuff, and that's been really fun. It's been a bit of a pain to set up, but it's been really fun. We used the mod pack called All the Mods, which has like all sorts of technology, and you know, it has like forestry and all that stuff. It's been really cool. Like, people have just like branched out and like set up their own bases, but everyone's really close together, so it's kind of like a little village or something like that.
I'm pretty sure I'm not very far away from you, because I'm up on a little kind of mountain.
Yes, you're very close. I think I've actually tunneled underneath your base at some point.
Great. I'll probably end up finding your little tunnels when I dig down.
Yeah.
After I've done my bones.
I also legitly acquired. Is legitly a word?
Can be now.
Legitimately.
Sure.
That's the one. I legitimately got hold of some TNT. So
you did not.
I did. I found a place where there was TNT. Mostly because I got half blown up myself, and realised the rest of the area I was in was trapped. So I like disarmed everything. I sat there for like 10 minutes trying to like open up all these boxes and pressure plates just to get to the TNT behind, which I did. So I have a small collection of explosives, which will come in useful at some point. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. Everyone's had a good time. You know, everyone's enjoying the mods. It's very hard. It's not easy, like, at all. It's like really hardcore. Like, you have to eat different food and all stuff like that. It's insane, but it's really fun, which is the important part. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more with you guys. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. If as long as the server doesn't keep dying.
Yeah, let's
which
not
it
mention
currently
that.
is. But we're sorting it. Yeah, so next on the list is our Kickstarter Spotlight. So, as we said last week, we're going to be doing a Kickstarter Spotlight every week where we pick a game that we think looks cool on Kickstarter that we can let you guys see and let you guys pick what you want to look at. This week's is called Pray for the Gods. The link will, as always, be in the VOD when it goes up tomorrow. And so this game is a survival action game set on a frozen island. And it looks very, very good. I think we both watched... Oh, you're laggy.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. But you watched the trailer, and what did you think of it?
I thought, firstly, the music was gorgeous. I don't know if was that the music from the actual game?
Yeah.
Or was that just added on? That was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. Just like the first bit you'll see a I think it's a wolf dragging a girl's body. She's alive, just say.
Yeah.
Through the snow, and that is just beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. The monsters look scary.
It reminded me of Shadow of the Colossus. If people haven't heard of that game, which is really uncommon because it's so famous. Shadow of the Colossus was a game where, like, you would climb these hulking monsters that were, like, 50 times taller than you were, and, like, almost as wide, and you'd basically climb them up and do a certain mechanic based on the boss to kill it. And this looks very reminiscent of it, and it looks very good. And it's going to all platforms, so it's going to be on like Steam and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And it looks really cool. So, you know, it looks...
It has met its backing, right? It has. It's met its target.
It met its target. There's another 60 hours on its kit, like its backing time. And they did say, I think, that you can use PayPal now. So they've added a PayPal option on their own website to back the game, which is pretty cool. But it looks really awesome. So make sure to check it out if you haven't already. Because
please do.
The thing with Kickstarters is they very often like skip, like people like don't see them at all until after they've already reached their goals or failed. And then it's kind of sad because then no one sees them. But yeah, so it looks good.
I might even back him. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm considering doing it myself because it looks, for like $15 you get a copy of the game on Steam.
How big is it? Is it quite a big area? Because it's all open world, I take it.
Yeah, because I think the whole, because it's one island, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be open world from the looks of it as well. It was very Skyrim-esque.
Oh,
it reminded me very much of Skyrim.
Definitely with that big dragon thing that came up on the first bit.
The dragon bird thing. Yeah, it looks cool. So like, I'd highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, go check it out because it looks really awesome. And like, you can back. There's still ages of time to back. So if you want to grab a copy, you can. Next up is on the list, gaming news. So there's been lots of news this week.
Loads.
Yeah, so first on the list is Overwatch. So Overwatch has had... Overwatch has had a new update to celebrate the Olympic Games. So it's called the Summer Games update. And they've added in new loot boxes, new sprays, stickers, and they've added new skins as well. So these skins are based around the Olympics. Some people don't have skins, but they have like other things like victory poses and emotes and things like that. So like Reaper doesn't have a skin, but he just holds up a medal like this, and it's just dangling down.
I don't like that though.
Yeah.
I hate those sort of. I don't like that particular emote victory pose thing. I don't know why. I just don't like it. It's like, it seems lazy.
Yeah, but like some of the skins are really cool. Like McCree has one that is just an American flag on his back with his gun painted red, white, and blue, which I know like a lot of American people like were instantly like, I need this in my life right now. But
have you seen Tracer's?
I have, yeah.
Tracer's Union flag one.
Yeah,
so Union flag cape. That
massive.
Is awesome. I want that.
Yeah.
And I think probably my favourite little emote is the Bastion one. Have you seen that?
The boxing one.
And then he kind of goes up,
so like Bastion suddenly puts on some boxing gloves and starts like pumping fists. It is great. There are some really cool ones. Like Mercy's new skin looks really good as well. So like I ended up playing some games this morning just to try and grind it out because I'm very lucky. I'm almost at level 100, and once you go over level 100, your levels, the amount of XP you need to get to the next level, restarts the original types. So it's easier to get to level 1 to 2 than it is from 24 to 25. And so I'm going to get a bunch of loot boxes during this period, which means I'm most likely going to get the skins I want. I am the worst, yes. But yeah, and they added a new game mode as well. Well, I say game mode. It is a game mode, but it's under their Brawl. So this week's weekly Brawl is called Lucio Ball. It's basically Rocket League.
It is.
That's what it is. There's no other way to describe it, really.
Yeah.
It
looks alright.
It's fun. I give it that. I've played it. It's actually quite fun. They have like these little sections on the floor where you can like, if you're on top of these sections, when you jump, it like throws you into the sky. And so like if the ball is like flying in the top of the side, you can just jump up and like blast it backwards. It's really fun.
Oh wow.
And of course, because Lucio has a wall ride mechanic, it works quite well with the whole Rocket League thing. Because in Rocket League, you can drive on the sides of the walls, so it's pretty cool. But it's fun.
It makes me want to play Rocket League again.
Yeah.
So I should probably play that again.
Yeah, Rocket League
I
is...
should probably play the Lucio one.
Yeah, Lucio Ball, yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird, because, like, no one wants to play it, because, like, you barely get any XP for it, because you don't really do anything. But, like...
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, it is
Game's
fun.
meant to be fun.
Not when I want those loot boxes that are limited. Damn it.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Not mine.
That's one of the big issues people have had this week as well, is the loot boxes. So you can't buy any of the skins or sprays or whatever from the loot boxes that... Like, you can't use the credits you've already got. They are limited edition, which means you can only get them during this event. And once this event ends, you won't be able to get them anymore. And the loot boxes can only be got from leveling up or buying them, so people have accused it of being like a money grab kind of thing. But they're like, oh, we can't use any of the credits we've already saved up. We have to buy them in order to get them.
But it's still nice to have that kind of surprise skin in a loot box that you've actually worked for. I don't see the way they have a problem. I understand, like, you can buy them, but that's like with any loot box.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I don't see a problem with that.
I think a lot of people have complained because, like, of the credits specifically, and there's an ice cream ban. Just chilling.
Can we have some ice cream? On the podcast, that'd be great.
Do you want to go away? I genuinely think it's parked outside. Oh well.
Get Dawn to grab us one. That'd be great.
Yeah, there you go. Elf, go get some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I have Ben and Jerry's in the freezer.
Oh,
yeah.
lucky bastard.
Yeah. But yeah, so, oh my god, it is actually genuinely right outside. I can hear the engine running.
Yeah.
Oh well. We'll ignore it for now.
That's fine.
Welcome to the streets near a park. So, yeah, so, like, the game, I think the problem is the credits thing. So, like, people are sad because, like, you can't use the credits you already have to get the skins and stuff, which is upsetting a lot of people because they're like, oh, it's obviously a cash grab because, you know, I'm gonna have to buy like 80 boxes to get all the skins. But in fairness,
well, that's
like, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, you get at least one themed item per loot box. So, like, you're guaranteed to get something from the summer games loot, like, new stuff.
And if you play enough, you're gonna get at least one or two, or even more than that, in loot boxes anyway. So I don't see why people.
I mean, I've already had two just today, so.
Well, exactly.
You know, I think
it's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, it depends. You know, some people think it's a good idea. Some people think, you know, oh, we paid for the game, we should get it.
Screw people's opinions.
But it's just cosmetics. But yeah,
of course.
So that's that. Then in the other gaming news, we had the No Man's Sky leak.
Yes, I was absolutely gutted by this.
Yeah.
I went on the forums on the day that it was leaked. I didn't click on anything, but I saw, spoilers. Not like I'm going to go away now.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed. The guy did pay $1,300 for it.
Oh yeah.
For this leaked copy.
Well, rumored to be leaked. There's a lot of...
Well, it's like a... Yeah, it's
people don't know whether it's like a retail version or an older build or, you know, a demo disc. Because, like, people have tried to work out where this particular copy came from because, obviously, it's a big deal, you know? It is. It's an early copy of a game that's yet to be released that has so much hype behind it, you know? And people have worked out that it must have come from an event. Like a demo event, and it been stolen.
Yeah, I mean they did do a little event down in Japan. But
yeah, that's what I've seen. That's what the consensus was.
That was only a demo.
But yeah,
it was only a demo.
Yeah,
but that makes sense considering he said it was completed in 30 hours, which I can't see how that is possible in a game that's so massive.
Yeah, someone, I think the same person live streamed the footage as well, so people had like seen the footage.
Yeah.
And I've only seen a little bit of the footage, and that's it, like you warping to somewhere.
Right.
So I've seen what that looks like, and I mean, it looks kind of like how we imagined. You know, it looks polished.
Yeah.
So
Well, it would. I mean, the game looks fantastic. I mean, it always looks fantastic. That's one of the main things that people
it has a very
are
unique
excited.
art style.
Yeah, and I really like that sort of comic book kind of 70s sci-fi look.
Oh,
I actually love it. But I don't know. I just think the whole kind of community around No Man's Sky is so toxic now. It's just like I just don't want any of that stuff. I just want to play it.
A lot of people have become, you know, annoyed with the idea of, you know, like, oh, we hyped it up so much and now it potentially might not match what we wanted. Suddenly it's
That's
an
their
issue.
problem.
But
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really one of those sort of games that you take your experience out of it.
Yeah.
It's totally different to someone else. Like my experience might be totally different to yours, or Killpon's or Dawn's or whatever. I think you know it's one of those games that it's like that, and I think I'm gonna. But on better news though, they have confirmed that they finished the update. The first update is complete, which is going to add new content and bug fixes and stuff. So I take it that'll be a first day update.
I don't think it'll be I don't think it'll be a day one patch. I think it will be shipped at some point, because obviously they're gonna like try and make sure everything's fine. But like they finished the core thing now, so like they're gonna go through, I imagine, and do like a bunch of testing and making sure it's okay and stuff like that. But I imagine it will come very quickly after game release, because they are working so hard on this game.
They are, and for a so small team, you've got to give them credit, really.
Oh yeah, they're doing a lot
what
of
they're
work
doing.
on it.
And I must say, if you have any doubts or you just want to know something a bit more about them, I would go to the Video Gamer TV. Did you see the video that they put out about No Man's Sky?
I don't think I did.
Like today.
Oh, then no, I haven't seen it.
No, you wouldn't have. If you want to kind of just see what their view on, because they actually have a fairly sensible view on all this kind of situation with No Man's Sky right now. It's go to Video Gamer TV and go watch their video, because the guy Jim, he talks some sense in it. He really does. But
that's good.
But yeah, definitely check him out.
Yeah. And then we have the Golden Joystick Awards. For the first time in history, they have been opened up to the public, which is a big deal, I think, personally.
Right. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's at the O2 Arena this year in London. So it's a big venue.
Yeah. Oh, it's very big. I've been there a few times. It's massive.
I wish I'd been there.
It's a lot bigger than you'd expect.
Really? Mm-hmm. It does look small, unlike compared to something else, on a tennis.
It's not small.
I'm watching tennis, right? But it's actually only going to cost you £10 each.
Oh wow!
It's not too bad.
That's pretty reasonable for an awards show.
Not at all. But you have to be 18 or over to attend.
I see. That's of course because like video game certificates and stuff. If there's any game that's an 18 plus, you have to be of the right age and stuff like that. But I mean, like, there are lots of awards that go on for like games and stuff. Like you have the BAFTAs, which have a games section now, which is really cool. And then you have like the PC Gamer Awards, and now you have the Golden Joystick. And the thing is, Golden Joystick was very heavily considered, a big deal. So having it open to the public is like really important.
Oh, good, yeah.
But at the same time, it could.
I mean, would you go? Would you go?
I mean, I'd go. I think I would go, but I think the problem is like the idea of opening it up to the public could potentially cause some issues. Not that I'm saying there would be, but
what sort of issues are you,
you know what people are like at certain events. Gamers are notorious for being very proud about what they like. So as soon as you make it a debate between what wins and what doesn't, there is room for issue, so
They
to speak.
they might laugh it up though.
Yeah, maybe. We never know. You know, it's never happened before.
No, potentially this could be the first and last time
Yeah,
they open it to
the
the
first
public.
and last ever public
Uh,
Golden Joystick Awards.
That's why we should go, Ash. We should just all
That's
go.
why we should all go, just to make sure it's the last one.
Yeah.
But just bury it while we still have the opportunity. Yeah, I suppose.
Just shout at everything
I suppose
until
you could
No
do
Man's
that.
Sky wins.
Shout until No Man's Sky wins. Most overhyped game of 2016.
No, that would not
Yeah.
be it.
I'm sorry, No Man's Sky has more hype than Half-Life 3 has.
That is true. That is ridiculous.
Like, in my personal opinion, I've seen way more now about No Man's Sky than I have ever of Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
So
So everyone knows
I'm
it's
gonna
not.
stick with that being the case.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. We also have some nostalgia-based news. So the Bioware forums are closing down forever and ever and
They
ever.
are in a few months.
October
mainly,
26th is when it
Yes.
goes dark.
Yeah. So they've kind of said it's mainly because of the amount of people using Reddit and Twitter and Facebook to communicate with BioWare and each other about certain games like KOTOR or Dragon Age, Battle, or whatever else they do. I can't remember now. Mass Effect, that's one. It's like, why did I forget Mass Effect? So yeah, and that's quite an interesting talking point because, I mean, Reddit in itself is extremely popular. Same with Twitter and Facebook. Do you
Yeah.
think now is kind of the time where forums are maybe going away or being a select few
I think
big forums like Bioshock, like
BioWare.
Blizzard?
And Blizzard, yeah. I think what's happening now is the gaming industry have resorted to like social media more than they have forums. Like a good example is the Dota 2 developer forums, which is where people post bug reports and stuff like that. And it's basically empty. But if someone posts a major bug to the Dota 2 subreddit, it's fixed so fast. And like, you know that there are people there because they are specifically tagged as Valve employees and stuff like that. And the same
Yeah.
goes for like Blizzard as well. Like I frequent the Overwatch, the Hearthstone, and the WoW subreddits. I look at them every day pretty much. And there are Blizzard employees who will go through and, you know, keep people updated. You know, like, for instance, this morning, the WoW login servers went down and no one could get in. And nobody knew what was causing it. And inside the thread that said it happened, there was a Blizzard employee basically saying, we're working on it, we'll keep updating as we go along. That's not going to happen on the forums, but it will happen on Twitter and stuff like that. So I think I can understand why the servers are the forums are shutting down.
Yeah. It might be a bit of a shame though, because there's such a iconic thing for gaming in it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you kind of, with forums, they do create communities. Well, they used to create communities, little communities in themselves.
Yeah.
If I'm right, and we could lose that though. I think subreddit is pretty much just a massive forum.
Yeah, I think
everything.
like old school forums are very nostalgic. Like you go through and look at
Yeah.
all these posts and like you can find stuff from like 6, 7, 8 years ago. And
Amazing.
like it's just like it's somebody's personal history. Like if they're an active forum user, you like that's their life, you know. So like they've given enough time for people to like save anything that they want to keep and stuff. But I think I can understand why it's happening, you know. I think it's kind of obvious that companies nowadays are moving towards Reddit and Twitter and even Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, it's showing like what sort of age we're becoming when it comes to social media. We are very social media heavy now, more than ever.
It's eventually going to become a point where there are going to be a generation of kids and they don't know what a forum is. They only
That's
know...
already happening.
Well, yeah. I just try to remind myself that it isn't, so that I don't feel old.
Right.
At the ripe old age of 20.
Yeah, exactly. I'm older than you.
Yeah, but not that much older than me. And even then, I'm starting to feel old. Like there are kids out there who don't know what a VHS tape is, and it makes me sad.
Oh, I have at work. I have a a little tape recorder because we have a Sony Walkmans at work
Oh,
to take you around the building. And
nice.
literally, I go to every kid and I go, "Do you know what one of these are?" And they go, "No."
No, oh
Jesus,
god.
even I remember them.
Yeah.
And then I feel old.
Like, they pretty much died out by the time I was, like, what, 10? And, like, even
Yeah,
then,
but
I
I can still remember.
yeah.
Having them.
It's
You
like
have like Bob the Builder on like a tape
Bob
recorder,
the
like, with his
Builder
theme
was
tune.
the best. I knew every single word.
Exactly.
That was, like, my
He
favourite
did.
thing. That was my favourite cartoon character was Bob the Builder. Like,
He was
so much. Like, I understand. I still have, like, a bunch of VHS tapes of, like, you know, the Action Man movie and frickin', you know, like the Power Rangers, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
you?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah, I've
I
got them
just-
all. I've got them all. It's good. I love like VHS tapes. They're so good because they're history. You know.
Yeah. Do
Like-
you know the VHS player has been discontinued now?
I know. It's
That
sad.
was so
The very
sad.
last one was made in Japan. It was like last month,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
I want to get one now, so I can just play. I think I still have Pokemon.
Oh,
The first
do you?
movie on tape. Like, it's like bright yellow.
I had
It's
it
great.
on. I had it on CD.
Oh,
I had it for the computer. Oh yeah, so I can
Ooh.
still watch it. I did a recent comparison actually. I was watching Sword in the Stone, the
oh,
original
yeah.
Disney animated
The
film.
original.
Now I have it on VHS and I also have it on Blu-ray. And I
Yeah.
watched the two, and I don't know what it was, but like the VHS just felt more nostalgic. You know, it
Yeah.
felt more real to me. Like it felt
Yeah.
like a physical thing. Whereas the Blu-ray, it's just because it's so perfect, it doesn't feel the same. You know.
I know. I had the same thing with Mary
Imperfections.
Poppins.
Yeah, but it's all good because you know
Yeah.
we've got
We still have it,
we've
though.
got the new era of the internet, which is always lovely and such. But yeah, plus
Shall we move on?
when the forums do go down, we got a bunch of cool games coming out that week anyway, so no one will remember. Like Battlefield
Oh, yeah, I know.
1, Civ
true.
6, Farming Simulator 17,
Farming
Darksiders
Simulator.
War Mastered Edition. Then a couple of days later, there's Titanfall 2, Elder Scrolls Special Edition. Like
It'll
we're
die peacefully then.
sorted.
It'll
yeah.
die peacefully.
It'll die peacefully because everyone will forget that it's closing, and go
That's
play
it.
some other video games. But
It's
yeah,
a good video game.
so last on the gaming news list, this is kind of a big one actually. The Pokemon Sun and Moon. There was a new trailer go out that went out. Was it yesterday or the day before?
I think it was yesterday.
I think it was
I'm
yesterday.
pretty sure it was yesterday.
So they announced a bunch of new Pokemon, like a bird that transforms depending on which island it's on, and it's a different type of dance. So it has like
Oh, that's
flamenco,
really cool.
cheerleading, the Hawaiian dancing and Japanese dancing. It's really cool.
That's pretty awesome.
They had they showed a couple of pre-evolutions, like for some previous Pokemon that we've seen. Which was pretty cool. So like,
They're like the same species, but they're just different because of the climate.
yeah. Oh no
That
no
is
no
cool.
no no the you know the Clydesdale horse, the one that looked like he had
that one.
dreadlocks. Yeah, they
Yes,
showed
the little pony.
the
That's
little
fine.
pony, and it was so cute when it did its special ability, and its move. It was literally just like it bobbing up and down on the ground, but like
Oh,
creating an
it's adorable.
earthquake. It was so cute. Like I'd highly recommend like watching
I'm
it
gonna
because it's
catch
so
that.
good. Oh yeah, I reckon it's going to be really obvious. And we also had some other information based on that. So we had the new Alola forms of Pokemon, which are like the coolest thing I think from this whole trailer, which is basically that Pokemon from the original games, so like Gen 1 Pokemon and Gen 2 Pokemon, they now have different forms when they are on Alola, so the new region. And so we got a preview of Vulpix. So Vulpix and Ninetales in the original games are fire and I think fire and fairy for Ninetales.
Oh, are they fairy now? I thought they were just fire.
I think
It's actually changed.
Ninetales always was fairy, but not Vulpix. And then they've
Well,
changed.
fairies only come out very recently. That's why I'm a bit confused.
I mean, like in the I think from Gen 6 to
Okay.
Gen 7. Like, they changed
Still in
Ninetales.
Kanto mode.
Yeah. I know. I'm a Johto
I
kid.
miss the old days.
Johto for life. That was always my favourite
Uh,
zone. Like, the nostalgia from that. Man, it
I
was
know.
good. But yeah, so now they've changed. So Vulpix and Ninetales, when they're in Alola, they're no longer fire types, they're ice types. And they have new, like, designs and stuff like that. So the same goes
they're
with...
adorable.
Yeah, they are. They're so
They are
pretty.
so adorable.
And like they changed Sandshrew and Sandslash to be ice types as well.
Ice and Steel.
Ice and Steel, yeah. We also had Executor. So Executor was a very famous one where it was basically like if you took a palm tree and flattened it, that's Executor. But what happened is the Alola form is its neck is like really long.
Cool.
And it looks kind of ridiculous, but like in like I think it was from Gen 3, like it was mentioned in the Pokédex entry for this Pokemon that it originally came from the tropics and its head was like it would grow longer and longer and longer, and so
It's always slightly been in lore as well. They've always
Yeah.
kind of mentioned it sneakily.
Yeah.
But only in Ruby Sapphire. have
Yeah,
they
that's
really
right.
mentioned it in
They
the
like
Pokédex.
like accurately described it. Yeah.
So that is quite nice that they're kind of still like obviously keeping to the lore. But one thing I do want to mention is have
yeah.
you seen the Donald Trump Pokemon?
Oh yes, I have. So
Gumshoe.
Gumshoes, yes.
He has exactly the same hairstyle as Donald
He
Trump.
does. He looks very intimidating. We
I
got a
like Donald
preview
Trump.
of his stage 1 form. So like we saw the basic form of it as Yungoos or Yungoos or whatever you want to call it. But we finally saw what its evolved form was, and it is basically just a Donald Trump Pokemon.
It is. It's gonna be like the Bidoof of this.
It is.
gen.
It's going to be the Bidoof of this gen. We also got a bunch of information about like gyms and stuff. So people are guessing, and it's not confirmed, but it's a guess that gyms will no longer be a thing in the new games, because it looks to be the case that instead of gyms, you're going to have like quests and like you go out and do specific tasks for the particular person that you have to fight. And I think there is 8 in total, so it kind of confirms that theory that there's no gyms per se. And so
That's interesting.
you go through and you adventure across the islands, and then you eventually fight whoever's in charge, or the gym leader. They're not called gym leaders, but that's what people are assuming they are. And those people have totem Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess they're like kind of like the boss Pokemon then, essentially,
so
is what they are.
totem Pokemon, if you haven't seen the trailer, what they do is they take a normal Pokemon, and depending on who is using it, it has like a totem. It's like a totem form, and it changes the typing of the Pokemon. So, for instance, Yungoos, I forget what the adult form is called, or is it called
Gumshoe.
Gumshoes? Yeah, so Gumshoes is a normal type, I do believe, in the main areas. But one of the leaders that you fight uses a fire type version. And so people have been
That's
looking.
interesting.
Yes, it is. And like it changes its full typing and its moves as well. So it can learn fire type moves. And so there was some people on like Reddit and stuff like that. They went through and looked at all of the previous information we'd got about the leaders. And they noted that one said that they were a fire type user and they owned a Marowak. So people are speculating that there's going to be a fire type Marowak, like a totem Marowak form, which will be super cool if it is, because Marowak was amazing.
He was pretty cool.
So fun. So here's hoping.
That's an interesting move. What do you think that maybe this is not the future, but the kind of quest thing they're trying out quests maybe for future stuff?
I think they've realized that people are like, one of Black and White's best features was the story. It was very well written. The story itself wasn't amazing, but the way it was written was very good, and people wanted more of that. X and Y was kind of lacking that. And so this seems very Legend of Zelda-like rather than Pokemon-like. but I think it will work out well. They've surprised me with pretty much everything they've brought out so far. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see where they go with it. I'm hoping that they'll continue, like, releasing new information around, like, stuff they've changed. So, like, they had the Z moves as well, which is where, like, your character will do a little, you know, a thing, and then it's like, oh, that's a move. Yeah. That's a move now. And it, like, your Pokemon can do that once per battle, and it's like a super giga ultra move that will, like, basically throw a nuke on whoever you're looking at.
I don't know.
And they have one for each type. I mean, I thought it was cool because the starter I'm picking is Litten. So the fire type cat.
Oh, yeah.
And its Z move is literally just like a giant inferno that engulfs everything. And then suddenly you just see the camera zoom out and it looks like a nuke went off. So I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'm cool with that one.
I'm playing Litten then.
But they all look really good, which is the good thing. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see what more we find out about those. Have
you seen the training stuff? Because you can properly train.
Oh, you can
Pokemon
EV train and IV train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
they
think
changed
that's quite
that.
interesting.
It's good for competitive players, I think.
Yeah. And it might save the grinding as well to get your Pokemon to a certain level.
Yeah.
Because if they get rid of that XP share, if they get rid of that, finally.
Now I need a crutch to make myself think I'm good at Pokemon. You can't steal it from me. Yeah,
it's fine.
I think one of the things with that is that if you wanted to have a fully competitive Pokemon, you literally had to like hatch it from an egg at level 1 and train it up. Like you had to do that, otherwise it would be inferior. And people did. People would literally spend weeks hatching the same Pokemon over and over and over again until they got a perfect specimen, and then they would fully level that to level 100.
Yeah, or they get in touch with like people actually generally breed like just Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
and you get in touch with them.
And you're like, I want a 6 IV, like naive Pidgey, and then you level that up into a full blown level 100 Pidgeot with like the best stats. And
that's what I want.
It's min-maxing to a whole new level.
I know.
But yeah, it's interesting. I'm really looking forward to these games. They are.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, get back into the whole Pokemon thing, the Pokemon Go.
I need Pokemon in my life again.
So do I.
Because Pokemon Go died.
Well, it did. Really.
It did die.
It did.
It died.
Luckily, because I haven't been able to like properly get out and play Pokemon Go properly, like walking about town. I can't do that because I haven't got Wi-Fi or anything.
Yeah.
It kind of hasn't for me, but I can see for like you and other people it probably is now. Definitely as they've broken it.
Got to get like 20 Pokeballs to catch that one like CP10 Pidgey. That actually happened to me, by the way. I tried to catch a Pidgey that was CP10 and it made me use 6 Pokeballs for it. I was so close to just like walking away, but I needed to collect them. And so that happened. So it sucks, but that's life. Yeah, right. So now we're on to the cool part of the podcast that everybody loves to show up for. So this is the freebies section. So in this section, we are going to offer what we found, like cool little free stuff you can get. So last week we talked about Trials of the Blood Dragon demo, where if you completed the whole thing with less than 15 faults, you got the full game unlocked for free. We had Splinter Cell as well from Ubisoft. They're giving away a free game every month. We won't find out what this month's one is until a couple of weeks' time because they announce it mid-month. So you'll have to look out for that one. And the demo is still going, I think, for Trials of the Blood Dragon. I think it is still being offered. So if you guys want to go grab that, check out last week's episode. It's up on the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to find that. This week we've got Battlefield 4 DLC, China Rising. So what EA are doing is part of their initiative to get everyone into the Battlefield genre for Battlefield 1's release, which is later this year in October. They are giving away one free DLC for Battlefield 4 every month. So they've already given out 3, and this is the 4th that they've given out, I think. So, like, it's a good idea to pick it up because as long as you own Battlefield 4, the DLC is free. But after they've done this offer, you'll have to pay like normal. So it's worth, like, grabbing it now while you still can. And it includes a bunch of new maps. I say new maps. I mean, like, added maps to the initial, like, basic package of Battlefield 4. 4 maps. There's a bunch of new vehicles. You can have, like, a dirt bike and stuff like that. And you get new multiplayer modes and stuff like that, which is always fun. You know, the multiplayer mode's like the biggest deal. Like, some people will only play like Conquest, whereas some people will only play like, you know, like Team Deathmatch. It adds loads of stuff, and like there's tons of more weapons and unlocks and stuff, which is pretty sweet. So if you're interested in that, go grab that because it won't be free forever. Good. Yeah,
it won't.
I did actually end up picking up Battlefield 4 myself because it was available for about £10, I think, at one point.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And then, of course, you got all the DLC being made free over time. So, you know,
worth it. Really
why
worth
not?
it.
You know,
multiplayer's meant to be better than COD, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's hyper realistic. Like if you're a sniper and you're sitting like on a mountain, you know. You can snipe people across the map, but you have to account for the bullet drop and, you know, like there are some insane plays that people make with like a sniper rifle and stuff.
Now I can't wait for Battlefield 1 if they're that realistic with it. I mean,
it's going to be
imagine.
so fun. Like it's proper physics and stuff like that. Like if you jump off a building, you'll die. Like that's just how it works. Good. So that's pretty sweet. And we also have this week's giveaway. So this week's giveaway is going to be for Sir, You're Being Hunted. Sorry, my bad.
Fantastic game.
It is. It is a beautiful
fantastic.
game.
It really is.
And so what that means is we're going to be doing the giveaway right now. So if you want to enter for the giveaway, all you have to do is you have to type in the keyword that I'm about to paste in the chat. So if you want it, go type that word in the chat, and you can grab a copy of that. We also are doing the question of the week, which is, if I can bring it up, do you like the idea of timed Overwatch skins? So if I get that working in a second, because Straw Poll is being boring as per usual and hating me forever.
Damn it.
Let's get that poll up and running so everyone can vote on that. But yeah, so basically, I think personally for me, I don't like the idea that I can't get them after a specific amount of time without the credits. Like, I don't think I would mind as much if I could use the credits that I had saved up. But to me, like, I can't justify spending so much money to get, like, all of the skins. So it's going to be a shame, because, like, if there's one I really wanted, like, for instance, there's a really nice Genji skin, and if I can't get that in the time that this is up and running, I'm never going to get it, you know?
I think that's the thing when you've got the kind of special, like, you want to feel special, in a sense, when you have these kind of timed exclusives. Like, it's kind of, I don't know, it can be good, it can be bad. I don't particularly mind when it comes to cosmetic stuff. I think if you've got a particular skin, well done. You know, you were lucky, or, you know, it's difficult, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence on this one. Yeah. I'm really on the fence because I'm not a big fan of getting every skin possible. I get the ones that I like, but when it comes to timed exclusives, not so much. But I think people who love skins and really want to try and collect them, it's going to really annoy them. Like, unless they go on ahead and pay for it. But some people, it's, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think, you know, it depends on the type of person. Like, if someone's not interested in the skins at all, then it's not an issue. But for people who, like, want to be skin hunters and own literally everything, it's impossible unless they spend money. So yeah.
And they will. The problem is they will.
Oh yeah, because they want
They will.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have already spent, like hundreds of dollars on these new things. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah. So as a reminder, if anyone wants to enter the giveaway, type "hunted" into the chat, and that will.
It is a fantastic game. So
it is.
it's...
If you've heard of like "We Happy Few," which has been talked about recently, it just came out of or it came on to early access. It's very similar to that, but with a British cast and stuff like that. It's really funny, and also, well, I'm not going to spoil it. You have to enter the giveaway for the game. The votes on the straw poll for this week, it's a dead tie. It's a dead tie. So looks like people are on the fence. Yeah, it's a very much a depends. So yeah, I mean I agree. I think it depends on the type of person. Like me personally, I'd love to get all the skins. I can't afford it. So,
No, you can't.
We'll see.
And I don't care. That's great.
Well, there you go. See, we're exactly the type of people that you have to talk about. We are the exact opposites when it comes to skins. I want to own all of the things. Revan doesn't. So,
Unless it's nice, and I quite like it.
Unless it's nice, that's true.
That's why I got the posh skin for Tracer.
Yeah, that's true.
One as well.
Yeah, the Tracer skin is very nice. Yeah, I think the skins are well designed.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to new ones. Have they got new ones coming up at some point?
They're going to be bringing. New, I
ones?
think they are bringing new skins. I don't think this is the new skins exclusively. I think they are. They did say they were going to bring more and more skins to the game, so that's good. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for this week. There doesn't seem to be anyone who entered the giveaway, so I guess we'll carry that code on till next week. So if you do want to win, you have like a minute left to enter, and then I'll end the podcast.
Cue the count.
Cue the countdown. Yeah, I'm watching. There's time. But yeah, so if you haven't already, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have all the previous episodes up there in playlist format if you so wish. And I'd highly recommend you look at the previous episodes because they've got lots of cool content. And would you look at that? We have an
Good
entry.
timing.
That was very, very quick. You're very lucky. So congratulations to Busco. You're the only one that entered.
Yay!
So you win the game. Yay!
That's right.
Yeah, so I'll shoot you a code afterwards. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed the episode this week. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you want to, make sure that you get, all the latest episodes. And if you miss one, that's where you're going to find them. So you can do that. We also have shirts available. So we have Clueless Collective shirts. If you want some of that goodness, you can get that. I'll put the links in the chat as well.
I'm sorry I'm not modelling it today.
Yeah, that's fine. Normally Dawn is my model, but she's dead at the moment. So,
well. We could just put the t-shirt on her body, right? That works.
I mean, that is what t-shirts are for, to be put on a body.
Generally,
it's a living
does
one.
She have to? Yeah, but I mean, come on.
That is true. I could clothe her corpse and then just put it on the stream for everyone to look at, but I don't think they'd appreciate that.
They won't know.
Yeah, but yeah. So thanks to everyone that came along. Hopefully you enjoyed the podcast. As always, we'll be here every week, 7:30 BST Wednesdays on this channel. So that's Dawn's channel. If you have no idea which one you're on at the moment. So make sure you're following this channel as well so you don't miss out because it's cool. We do it every week. We give away a free game every week. It's worth coming along to. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming along and we'll see you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.